Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith in the Black Quantity, or I'm the Smith in the Black Channel here at Ticker Tacker, and it's a halftime show. What do we got going here? Well, um, we've got the SPY here pokes down a little bit, and you're going to go upper left here, pokes down a little bit on yesterday's lows here, but now just kind of sitting here. You're going to see here in the lower left inside on the 60 minutes. So either side of this thing, these futures, because we got things going up, things going down. So the futures just kind of sitting here. SPY inside on the 60. The movers were the Qs. And the Qs go inside on the 60 here as well. But you can see here on the, let's go back to the monthly in the middle. Still going, still bright green on the month. Upper middle, you can see the week taking out last week's highs. To the left on the daily, you can see that still chewing its way up on the Qs there on the daily. So still moving higher, but now you got the inside 60. You're going to have that also in the small cappers. So for the rest of the day, we want to watch which side of these things we break and do we stay out of there, right? Because we form these equilibrium, right? So that's what we want to do. So they're going right out the chute. They're going to say, let's go with the king, Apple. Powering higher, and you can see this on all time frames, just ripping higher. So see if that consolidates here. We'll go to the middle, and you can see here on the opening here, this right in here ticks down and goes outside on the 30 minute and just takes off. Let's see if there's any good 15ers in there for you. It's a little quick, but you can see this right here in your lower middle. And so that's how you get in on that continuation. Inside bar, all right? And then boom, off she goes. And then up here, this is also an inside 15 right there. There's your ad, and that's Apple powering. They're going to the king right out the chute. And Amazon still powering here. And you can see this 15er here, right here. Pokes down, comes back, goes outside, 3-2 to the upside right there in the 15er. You can also see down here, that inside 15er. This is a 1-bar rev strat, right? That's an inside bar, pokes down, and then boom, off she goes. Amazon still powering here. So, like I said, these inside 60s are drying things up a little bit. You had Netflix also coming up. That also has inside 60 here in the lower left. We're keeping an eye on that. We also have AMD waking up out of the ashes. AMD here went inside on the 60 minute, or lower left, and now back up, and you're going to see the combination, and this is what you look for. If you go upper left, you're going to see the inside daybreak right there, right? And what that caused, that's over 53.35, and if you go to the middle, upper middle, you're going to see the inside week break, and that's over 54.11. So the daily triggered the weekly. So the question now is, if you go to the lower middle, are we going to be strong enough to break the inside month? And that's going to be up at 56.98 over here, lower middle. So we'll see if that can come up. NVAX. And NVAX here selling back off. We'll see, because here, just take, these are the things we look for. 2 down, which took out the previous day's lows, and then the reversal back up. Not doing too much right now. AAXN. AAXN, you can see this taking out last month's highs, lower middle, upper middle, taking out last week's highs, top left, you're going to see taking out previous day's highs, so it's just going straight into the highs. That's good, but we could use another setup. But so far, you'll see it goes 2 up here in the lower left, then down. So if we can get that to go again, and so at the next half an hour, if we can take this high out, 103.66, that's going to get my attention. Watching these broader averages kind of sit here on these inside bars as they consolidate. If you go to QTNT, and this still down in the lower middle, you're going to see still taking out that last month's low, still an inside week, but on the daily, inside day, if you go to the upper left, the 2 down, the inside day, and back up. So we'll see now. It went inside in the 30 here on the lower left. Now we'll see if we change that to a 60. And just kind of stalling out. We'll see. If we go to DXCM, and DXCM, lower middle, you're going to see the inside month, but it's green. And now if you go to the upper middle, you're going to see this. Slightly takes out last week's lows. Then comes up and this is a 2-2 reversal for the week. So long as it's above 380, 387, right? And it's there right now, so we'll see how that sets up. If you go to the lower left, you're going to see the inside 60. Just took it. Now we'll see if there's anything more to it. Broader average is backing off just a tad with this consolidation stuff. If you go to VRTX, and VRTX, still inside of the month if you go to the lower middle, all right? So we understand that. If you go to the upper middle, you're going to see it poke down to take out last week's lows, and now trying to come back into that range. If you go to the upper left on the daily, you're going to see the 2-2 reversal, the 2 down and 2 back up. That's something we're going to look for. Right now, FEYE going to the highs. And if you look at the lower left, you're going to see an inside 60 forming. If that holds, we'll see if we can take that out. What's going on here? FEYE poking up a little bit. All right, if we go to Molina Health, MOH. MOH, and just here, once again, on the upper left. This is what we look for, back into a previous range. All right, so you got your broadening formation going to look like this. On your daily, like so, and you're coming back to a previous range. 2 down, 2 up reversal. Right, so now you got an inside 60, pokes up a little bit. We'll see if that resets up on a 30 or 60 as the day goes on. NVIDIA. And NVIDIA stuck up in here on the 30s and 60s. On the lower left, going to the 60. So it pokes down on the 60. Right, so that's countering everything else. So we want to see in the next hour, when this closes out, if you can go back above 362.83, you're going to get my attention. Because if you go to the upper middle, you're going to see the inside week getting taken out to the upside. Here. Go to Spotify. Spotify, green on the month, the lower middle. However, taking the inside week, upper middle. Inside week to the upside, over 190, 162. That's going to be important for the rest of the week. Now we can see if we can reset up on that right now. If you go to the lower left, be fixing to cook an inside 60 in the next hour if it stays in there, because these broader averages drying up on these inside 60s. We've got a new issue, VRM. You can keep an eye on. IPO, how's it going? Okay, we'll see. On the 15, you do anything? I might get an inside 15. We'll see what goes on there. TTD. And TTD here, outside, upper left, outside, inside day. 312 Chicago continuation, boom, up into there. That's nice, right? You just got some exhaustion risk monthly and the weekly, and the middle one's taking out the highs. And then if you go to lower left, you're going to see a 15-minute right here, inside 15, and we'll see if anything comes of that, or if it goes 30, or if it continues to consolidate and give us a 60 or something like so. We'll see. SNPS, just more powering stuff going into the new all-time highs, and so we'll see if that sets up again. Right now on the 60, it pokes up a little bit. Now maybe inside 60, we'll see how that goes. Let's go back down to the 30 and see if we see anything. All right, so it's chopping around here, and you see this 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. So in the next half an hour, if we can take that back to the upside, then we'll see. So now it's already popping back up, but we'll see. Amazon and Apple go to the highs as I speak. You got Peloton. Peloton might give you an inside 30, and you can see that lower left here. Inside 30 here. Boom. Inside 30 here. Boom. What do we look for? The chart up top on the left. 2 down, 2-2 reversal day back through previous range. All right, broader average is starting to firm up here. Q's trying to go to the highs and take that 60 here. Inside 60 to the upside for Q's right now, so you can see if they can get them going. Right now, they're getting the Apple and the Amazons going. On the downside, we got some Disney not participating as yet, and Disney just pokes down a little bit here on the 2 on the daily in the upper left. So we'll see. Right now on the 60 would be a rev strat to the upside. 122 if it could take this back up over 124.43, but right now we prefer that thing to kind of fail. UPS, which has been inside month to the upside, which is good in the train, he's now today backing off a bit. And you can see here trying to take this down, but firms up a little bit. I'm sorry, upper left. And if it gets back down below, the problem would be below 106.67. It's back above that now, but for the rest of the day, it starts to back that up because if you go to the upper middle, the opening also of the month or of the week is at 106.67. You see, because that was yesterday's opening was right on the low, so that would change the week back red. In the gappers, Macy's, and Macy's goes outside day. If you go upper left, it's already done that. If you go lower left, you'll see this. These two here, right? Now, my 60 won't show up. We call that a sideways 60, all right? Because these two would make an inside 60. So when it takes this out, you can go after below 941. Now we'll see if it sets up as an inside 30. All right, starting to firm up them broader averages just a tad. Watching Tesla could also be inside in the 60 with Netflix over there. Getting to the downside still, Allstate. And Allstate having some problems. And here, upper left, you're going to see this. The two up, taking out those highs, and then boom. And so the magnitude is to come take this out here, the first bar, 102.86, and you haven't quite done that yet because these two are going to be coming outside bar of that. If you can get Allstate to keep coming in. PS. And PS, just doing that here and up daily. All right, the two up, someone called a kicking pattern. All right, now did what it's supposed to do. It took a lot of this stuff out, but it's going to get our attention if we go down to the lower left again. If we can get this thing to go inside 60 or drop back in. What's going on here in Duluth? DLTH. We'll pop in Duluth. DLTH. Just pick that up off the scan here, so we'll see if that continues. VMW. VMW tried to poke down on the 60. You can see if you go to the upper left, right? Two up, two down on the day. And if you go to the upper middle, you're going to see potential inside weak and down if they bring them in here. However, broader averages, or should I say the Qs popping. We want to see when the Qs do this. Inside 60 up on the lower left. We want to see if the SPY is strong enough to go with it. So far, it has not. We want to see if the small cappers are strong enough to go with it. They are. So right now, waiting on the SPY if they're going to join the party. Energy, CXO, Concho, 2-2 day. If you go up to the upper left, going towards the lows, PXD, trying to poke down. So you can see that two up, two down reversal, and we got all the airlines going inside day and down on the gap. Now we want to see if they follow through or not, right? So if you go here to this lower left, you can see inside 60 for United and a bunch of that stuff just kind of sitting there for right now. Let me see, was Roku going on? What's going on here? So you want to watch these equilibriums in the 60s. Here's Roku trying to go back up again after yesterday. I had a nice day here yesterday. We'll see if Roku's starting to wake up. But keeping an eye on these broader averages, how these 60s break and do they stay broken out. Right now, Netflix is trying to take a 60. Tesla start close to it, but mind these 60s. They better stay out. If they keep going, all good, still all good. If they start to reverse back through, you know what to do. I got one more for you, ZBH. ZBH here. Two up, two down on the daily and coming in, and you can see lower left on the 60 tries to poke down on the 60. We'll see if there's anything more to it. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith of the Smiths in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker with a halftime show.